Hello everyone, this is Lore Master K and you're watching a video from TalkTyria.net. I'd like to introduce you guys to the Battle of Wychmire Swamp, or the Battle for Wychmire Swamp, excuse me. It is one of two different meta events that happen within the Caledon Forest, which is the Sylvari area. However, before I can talk to the NPC to start the event chain for it, we're going to have to defend the city. So, got a few here. Had a few there. The Nightmare Court can come from all different sides, so just checking it out, making sure that you don't got any extra waves anywhere else. Sometimes they come together, sometimes they don't.
Thank you.
Brace yourselves.
But yeah, so once this event's over, I'll be able to talk to Gamarien, who is the NPC that starts the chain of events, and we'll start the meta event.
You're dead.
Alright, so
Great glory. We'll celebrate tonight.
Alright, so we need to talk to Gamarien, who's over here. And we're gonna escort him.
It's nice to see you.
So he's scouting for Nightmare Court activity, but he fears the darker forces at work in the swamp. And he thinks that the summoned Husks that have been showing up in the swamp are a harbinger of a greater evil. So we're just going to
I'm fast as the wind.
a little quick exploration.
Might and glory.
The wildlife here has always been aggressive, but it's become more so lately. Something is driving them out.
So during this part of the escort, we might see a couple skunks, might see a couple mosquitoes, but nothing too serious.
I feel furious.
However, coming up, we're going to see a little bit of drama.
I'm at your service. I'm ready to go. Stay low. We can't afford to be seen by the Nightmare Court.
Nightmare Court? Where? I see skulls. This is Sylvari leaning down. Oh, there's the Nightmare Court. What's going on? We must save her. They can't be attacked. But they can apparently kill her.
She didn't make it very far.
I love it when shame it was such a short chance.
Dude, Gamarien. Gamarien. Why aren't we doing anything? Gotta help her.
Looks like we'll have some fun after all. Get them.
It's actually funny to me that we outnumbered them clearly, and we just watched that girl die. Did nothing.
At least now we can offer that poor soul some measure of justice. So much wasted life. How could my own people fall so far? I don't understand it. There are too many to fight. There must be another way around.
Alright, so now the escort's gonna pick up just a little bit. We're gonna see a bit more action. And in the form of Skelks. My nemesis. I hate Skelks.
I'm fast as the wind. Refreshing. I feel energized.
And now the Summon Husks appear. So Summon Husks you an AoE Stomp that can knock back occasionally, as well as an AoE Root, which don't have a lot of HP, can be broken down pretty easily.
Husks. We must be close.
Alright, so I don't know if you've noticed, but the trail of our escort just looped around some trees. That's it! Anyway. Should be pay more attention.
That's refreshing.
The summoned husks seem to have come from here. Tread carefully. Retreat! Retreat!
Silver. This is why I can't have nice things. Alright, so having completed this particular step, we are now presented with 3 different objectives that we can choose between. The one in the middle is a mob, and the ones on the outer edges, if you look at the mini-map over there. Here. If you look at the mini-map, you'll see the skull representing the humanoid-ish, oh, it's actually it's more like a risen grub, and then the cross swords, those are going to be like objectives that have to be destroyed for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the middle target, which is the grub. He's not particularly dangerous. He doesn't hit very hard. It's the little grubs, I personally feel, anyways, little grubs that are more dangerous because they drop spit that lingers around and disappears, but it leaves poison clouds, and the poison ticks fairly decently if you're gonna stand in it, which is you should be doing anyways, like I'm here. And you notice that took a big chunk of my health, and it sticks around for a while. Alright, so having done that, let's go see if the other objectives. So this one's still up.
I'm fast as the wind.
So in this case, it's not a mob, it's a giant bramble that has to be destroyed. The only difficulty with this is that you're going to have husks that show up. With a larger group, it's not that bad. With a smaller group, you gotta mind the husks a bit more. But overall, the brambles don't seem to have a lot of HP. Alright, so another team took out the other blight. So what we're going to do is head back into the center of the swamp because we've got a new objective, which is destroy the avatars of blight. The avatars of blight look like the risen husks, however they're much larger and they hit much harder. So that's one of them there. Notice the skull above his head. So during this event, you've got a couple things that you're going to have to keep an eye out for. The summon husks, of course, you're familiar with. The blighted mortars, which are back there. There's going to be 4 of them, at least at this current time, by that giant bramble in the center. They'll be throwing out seeds that do a lot of damage to people in the area, so it's a good idea to get rid of them. Don't let them sit there and wail on the group. If you don't see anybody doing it, I suggest sticking somebody on them. Also, you're going to have grubs that are occasionally be running around. You put down the little poison clouds. Mind those as well. And if you see somebody downed, be the guy to help them. Don't just leave them down there. Because again, the more people you have, the faster the event goes, and the higher your rate of success. Alright, so They're working on the final avatar, it looks like. Alright, so here's our final boss. It is a giant worm. Now, some things to note. Right off the bat, he's going to coil up into a tight ball-ish. And when he uncoils, he's going to release a giant AoE. What I'm going to do right now is use my 7th ability and reflect that damage right back to my during the fight, oh, he's going to drop really fast. Alright, really quickly. During the fight, he's going to do a fear that we're probably not going to be able to see because fast. He also drops some AoE circles. Well, not circles, more like clouds and poison. And yeah, he's dead. And if the fight goes for quite a while, he's going to summon veteran, summon Husks, and while the Husks won't fight back, they do need to be killed because he will try to eat them and regain his health.
I thought this would
with
end
lots
it,
of people,
but I still feel
this fight may not
darkness
go
and
that
death
long.
in this place, even with the great Wurm dead.
Alright, so it really is a really epic event, especially towards the end when you're dealing with all the Husks and you're running around and you're killing all this stuff. And I think you guys will really enjoy it once the game is launched. So make sure you give it a shot at least once. Roll a tomb, get it up to like level 14, level 15, and give it a shot. Anyway, you've been watching a video from TalkTyria.net, and I am Lore Master K, and I wanted to say thank you all for watching. Farewell.